How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Foggins Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time for this new episode for the series is going to be my review on the 2023 fantasy comedy film, and that is Family Switch. This film stars Jennifer Garner and Ed Helms, as well as with Brady Noon and Emma Myers. And in this film, when family members switch bodies with each other during a rare planetary alignment, the hilarious journey to find their way back to normal will bring them closer than they ever thought possible. So that's pretty much the story of Family Switch. When I did see the trailer for this movie, it honestly did not land for me whatsoever because after I did see it myself, it did look like it was going to be like a generically bad movie. And this is a body switch film. And when it comes to these movies, the ones that pop out of my head straight away when I do think about these movies are Freaky Friday, either the one with Jodie Foster or the 2003 remake with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. And another one that pops into my head is 13 Going on 30, which that starred Jennifer Garner. So it is pretty funny that she's come back to make another one of these movies, which is this one. And another one that pops into my head is 17 again with Zac Efron, in which I definitely enjoyed these movies quite a bit when it comes to the whole body switch genre films. And this is coming from director McG, who you may know him as the director of the Charlie's Angels movies and Terminator Salvation. And what I didn't realize as well before going into this film is that this is based off a children's book, which I knew nothing about. So I went to this film knowing nothing about that book. And this film came out on Netflix last year, at the end of November last year. But I didn't check this out last year because I was quite busy at the time. But I was able to get a chance to check out this movie for myself when I had a quiet time to myself. So, because I did want to catch up on a few things I missed out from last year. So I did watch this yesterday on Netflix. And after watching this whole movie on Netflix here, the best way I can describe this whole movie here is that I just felt this film was just pretty much just unoriginal and yet unimaginative here at the same time here. But I certainly did not hate this movie here, although, yeah, the overall presentation here for this film tends to be unoriginal here because it tends to throw in the similarities from other, like, body switch movies, and it even tends to have the classic tropes and cliches here and there within this movie as well. Which, like in this film, you've got one with the family where they fall out of each other over their lives. You've got one with the parents where they ruin their kids' lives once they're in their bodies. And you've got one with like where the whole family trying to figure out this whole situation now, and hopefully they can fix everything so everything will go back to normal for themselves here. Which, yeah, it is something that we've seen before in the past within these body switch films. And they even do make fun of, like, the ones I've already mentioned, like 17 again and 13 Going on 30, which I kind of expected that when I did see this movie. But I did like the lessons and themes in this film here, which I thought they definitely fitted in pretty well for the moments that require some of that here, which they definitely were fitted in pretty well at the right time when it came to the moments with the family when we do see them trying to learn their lessons in the film here, which I did like that, and it definitely did make the film shine pretty well when it came to all that here. It's mostly in the second and the third act of the film when we do see all of that, because the first act of the film just felt pretty forgettable for myself as I was viewing this film at home. But the cast in the film, you got a great cast in the film here. Like, you've got Jennifer Garner and Ed Helms who are in this film, and for the most part, they did look like they were having fun within this movie here, and I thought for the most part they were overall pretty solid together in the film. And you've got Brady Noon and Emma Myers who were in the film as well, and for the most part they were overall pretty solid as well. And they also did look like they were having fun within this movie as well here. And once we get to see this whole family switch their bodies with each other, for the most part, it was overall pretty solid here when it comes to the chemistry between the whole family here. Like, you've got one with Ed Helms and Brady Noon, which I thought their chemistry was pretty solid within this movie, as well as with Jennifer Garner and Emma Myers' chemistry as well, which for the most part was also pretty solid as well when it comes to the overall fun aspects of the film. Which there were times where those moments were actually kind of a little chuckle worthy here and there, but there were a few that I just felt were pretty much cliche when it came to some of the jokes in the film. Like, there's a few slapstick moments and a few like toilet jokes in the film. Like, there's a few pee jokes and a few fart jokes as well. And even for the moments where we do see like with the baby and the dog in the film, once they do switch their bodies in the film, they often do use CGI for those moments. And yeah, the CGI in this film is pretty terrible. And also in the film, you've got Rita Monroe, who's in the film, and for the most part, I thought she was overall pretty likable within this movie here as well. But all in all, Family Switch, yeah, it's pretty much just a generic, like, unoriginal, like, body switch film here. But it's certainly one I didn't flat out hate here, because there are a few things I thought this film did shine pretty well here. But for everything else, yeah, it was just pretty much just cliched and, yeah, just pretty much generic at the same time here. So that's pretty much all I'd say about Family Switch. I'm gonna give Family Switch 2 out of 5. It's definitely one I wouldn't find myself ever revisiting again here, but there were a few things I thought did shine well here within this movie, but for everything else, just felt really just generic and yet unoriginal here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After I Saw review on Family Switch, and let me know what you think of this movie if you have seen this already or just recently checked this out. Did you even enjoy this one or you just didn't like this one here? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Falcon's Media Corner signing off.